Greetings, Lauren Montecon here from Montecon Studio. This is a part 2 to creating a body of work. In part 1, I talked about the importance of a guideline, not a rule, of perhaps having a start with the same size. As you can see, something like this. 2 rectangles, maybe you make 5, 6, 7 of them, put the tape around them, start it as a vertical or a horizontal. What I do is I will close my eyes and feel my piece. Do I want it big? Do I want it small? Especially if I'm working with paper. When you start getting into wood panels, you can make those decisions when you go to the art supply store or have wood cut or have your canvas stretched. Maybe having 5 or 6 pieces. But there's something that happens, like some of my best work has been bodies of work where I might set up 36 by 40 pieces of wood panel and then kind of start with my mark making like I did in the first part of the video, part 1 of making a body of work. But then there's something that does happen every once in a while, and I'm going to share the in process of that's going on now. I have not been sitting in my studio this past year and just making 8 pieces from start to finish with the same marks. Or I had talked about in part 1 of choose 3 colors, start with some mark making, maybe have a theme that you start from, a poem or an idea that you have for a body of work. I have been working in fits and starts. It's just sometimes that's the way life works. I also will start some pieces, they're not working, put them away, pull them out. And I call that a little bit disjointed, but that is how this last year has been. So behind me, I just today got 4 panels up that have been going on for about 7 or 8 months, not made starting at the same time, but they are the same size. So, and if you see these, you'll see that they're not quite all related. Now this one is going to be reminiscent of what I did in part 1. I showed you that I did handmade gesso. This is charcoal. There's some collage. There's some carving in. You can find this in my Alchemy of Mixed Media as well, joint compound on the bottom, and I've been doing these stripes, and this is blue tape. Then I sanded it. Now this is the beginning of a piece. This is probably in its middle, kind of not done, but working off this idea that's going on in the corner over here. I'm thinking the geometrical patterns that are then playing with atmosphere. So that was happening about 2 or 3 months ago. And over here, still in progress, these geometrical patterns that I am then bringing atmosphere into. Now, had I started these all at the same time, you would probably maybe even see more of this horizontal line in all of them. That didn't happen. This is now, or actually this one right here is playing off of this one. And this is an anomaly, it's smaller, but it really was painted over the course of a whole year. Now I have, for, I don't know, the last decade or so, have been dealing with this